Okay. Um, I just want to start off to say thank you, God. I gotta say that now because I know there'll be a time where I don't think I have the strength. I'll be too much in pain to thank God because I'm thankful that I don't have to live a life where I do what these people, these perps do. I know that they enjoy what they do because it gives them empowerment. They can even live fantasies where these perps, which are contracted by governmental entities, tell themselves they're like at war. Like they can create this little fantasy of theirs, be involved in a program where they feel empowered because they can do so much to somebody who can do nothing about it, right? They can do all these things and then tell themselves we're at war because maybe they have to stay up late or they have to do it all night. Like it's just like delusionality is very welcome in this program where you human subjects are TIs, target individual, and used for the developing of these defense weapons that they utilize on us. And they use these bottom feeders, these childlike individuals who try to make you believe in false reality on so many levels. For example, even telling you that we are at war. No, it's like we're looking at guinea pig and look at the kid guinea pig and say, guinea pig, we are at war. Dude, take that guinea pig. That's the kind of mentality these childlike individuals are. Or not even only childlike individuals, but a lot of this. Some of them are not going to that level. They kind of laugh about that and mimicking and making fun of those perps who say these things. They're like, oh, we are war, like laughing. Because, of course, it's just they don't want to be this stupid. Because it's just obvious what this is about. And some have the capacity to dumb themselves down to that level. Others don't even want to get to that level. And I've seen like people just literally just like mocking that part, saying that we are wars. And usually they're a little bit older. They're a little bit more like mature in a sense, not like in a sense that I don't think they have time to dumb themselves down to this level. But a lot of others are like, no, we are at war, and they just walk like they're war. Like it's just like comical, right? And this is one of the examples of how they create like this psyop of this delusionality of reality. And it's pathetic. And I'm just thankful that either I didn't grow up in an environment where this stupidity and this disturbingness is something I do on a daily basis. Where I have to wake up day in and day out, humiliate myself and do these nasty things, but believe because of the empowerment that it gives you, not seeing what this is about and involving myself in these things, in this disgusting program that not only does that to men but also women and children, which these childlike individuals have said the same things to women. Can you imagine a single woman or a woman with a single mother hearing people say we are at war and doing these horrible things to her remotely? This is the kind of people. So is this coping mechanism they've created to do the nastiness they do to people, to civilians who can do nothing about it, civilians who are being used to develop technology that is extremely sophisticated, that even children can do this. I'm just thankful. But I've understood what this is. At least I got to see the reality for what it is at one point. I understand that, they do say this at this point to frustrate you, because as they do the things that are obviously manipulations, they want to kind of find ways to make you go with it. This is not going to work, but I think they have no shape, so they will do this. And this video is, once again, is another memory manipulation. If you type in anything memories, you'll see a long list of things. A long list of videos I've made about memory manipulation. A lot. Like every time they can just implant sensation stimulations in the memory, and it's like you see when Map did that, you felt like that, and really try to make you believe this thing. It's just non-stop. Anything they can try to implant, they're gonna do that. And so this is again this, another memory manipulation where they want me to subscribe to it, and worked on how to break down and create this false memory to feel more organic than as falsified as it is. Because initially, when they manipulate the memories, the first few hours, it feels too fake. So they work on it. Is like they give you sexual stimulations that's so intense, because what they want to do is go into your memory, make you feel a sensation and stimulation, or just make you imagine a memory and give you intense stimulation, sexual stimulations, right? It starts very intense, and then because they start training you to think about this memory in a way that's sexual, they can minimize the sexual stimulation, because they already conditioned you to think that that memory was sexual. You felt sexual sensations. And so that's that, right? And then this memory becomes that, right? It's falsifying that way. For me, that's how it's been. And then try to gaslight you into accepting this memory they just fabricated themselves in this way, in this fashion. And of course, I've talked about it. Now it's been 3 years. Well, my first video, and you'll see after this how crazy it sounds, because it's surreal that they do the same thing, and it's exactly systematically the same thing. 3 years ago, I talked about the different ways they would manipulate my memories, right? And this is another memory manipulated, and they'll do something else. I'll probably make another video about some memory manipulation. I was with somebody, a perp. I've made a lot of video about this perp. This perp is extremely, wow. She's on the level of just like, I was intimate with this person. You know, I made videos about it. You've seen her. I'll see blurs of her. She's done so much stupidity of ways of trying to make me think, but she did this thing. I'm not well physically because of what they've done to me, but also they made me like trip myself once. Like I skipped a few stairs and my foot is not 100%. And this perp, she's a perp, started, you know, I was with her and she kept stepping on my foot. And that just jokingly is like, hey, you're stepping on my foot a little bit. And then she decided to completely put all her weight on her foot, on my foot, and step on it and try to step on both my foot, like heavily. And I'm like, hey, stop. Immediately when I said that, she just move away, right? And I could see how like she was shocked that I would say stop to her. I would tell her to not do that. They're so delusional. Then I'm like, you know what, can I talk to you? I tried to talk to her. I was like, listen, are you trying to cripple? You know, but I have a problem with foot. And she was trying to find ways to kind of go around the fact that she was trying to really harm me in a sense, because she knows that my foot is not the best and she shouldn't put weight on like that. And she was trying to find ways to just like go around. It's like, no, you know, like I didn't know your foot, you know, like she's like, I didn't know your foot was hurting, you know, you like that and this, and you know, that's why I did this. I thought it was just, you know, I was just trying to be funny, and not be funny. She was just trying to be like, you know, like cute and whatnot. And you know, that's that. And I'm like, and she would say things like, oh, nah, oh, my bad. Try to make it seem like, oh, we're doing it for this woman corny. It's like, I know what you do to women. I know. And I would say like, mass shooting, just to let her know this is what you're part of. Please don't forget that. And then she starts thinking, oh, okay, well, oh, you know what? You know, I want to be like, you know, like a kid. You know, when kid dances, you know, when you're at weddings or wherever, and you see kids like step on the parents' foot, and when they dance, like they, you know, on top of, you know, it's very endearing things. She wanted to do that. When she said that, they started making me having stimulations and make me think of, I don't know, if I was in a wedding and there was a kid, I was dancing with a kid, like a little girl, a little boy, and they were stepping on my foot and were, you know, dancing in a sense, you know, like in an endearing way, the way like a father would do, would dance with the daughter or whatever, some wedding. They'll make me imagine that and give me stimulations, right? She was just trying to diverse things, and at the same time, she was like, oh, you see. I was like, dude, that's the nasty things they do. And so now my memory are being manipulated. They're making me think of a moment like that, which would be a very endearing moment. I'm sure that maybe in my past I've dance with like a kid in a way that, you know, like the kid is stepping on my foot and we're doing this, you know, endearing. If I didn't do that, at least I remember being in weddings where there were parents doing that with their children. But they're giving me this stimulation now. You know, when you did that, you felt this sensation, this stimulation, this, oh my God. No, I did not. You are making me experience this. This will be a very endearing, wholesome moment that'll be innocent, that now will be changed into the nasty ways you make me react toward children. Give me this nasty stimulation. If today that will happen, I will get the nasty stimulation that you make me experience today. And now you're making me experience that in the memory, where if I dance with a child in the sense that, you know, the child was like stepping on your foot in this endearing way, give me stimulations in those memories. Now, I'm not sure if I ever actually did that. I actually danced with child, like, but I know in weddings that happen. There was fathers dancing with a very endearing, and I want to believe that I myself did it, right? I myself remember maybe at a wedding, and there's maybe a kid that wanted to dance, and they would like step on my feet and do this. I want to believe I did it. I'm not sure if it's true, but if anything, I was there in weddings where father was doing that to their children, or mother and children, where the kid would just step and dance on the very, you know, the typical like wholesome things. But they try to make me imagine me doing it and then having this nasty sexual stimulations that they make me have today when I see children, when I hear children. They manipulate the memories to change who you are. Like this person you're gonna hear in Tech Talk, when he was talking about how the future would be if the brain was connected to some kind of interface entity of like internet. If your brain is hacked, the danger of that is people, if they want to harm you, would try to change you. They will implant false memories. They will implant things that you didn't experience. They will remove memories. They will try to change you. Now, this program is what it is. It basically hacks your brain and manipulates everything and changes reality. False memories complete in so many. This is my, maybe, I don't know if maybe 100. I think it's close to 100 video or close to it of just memory manipulation related experiences that I had. Oh, there was this little kid, that one look, you felt that sensation, add that. Oh, the kid that you had high five with, oh, you had like this, you saw it like that, add that, false memory. Or the kid of your sister's friend, or you had that. It's non-stop. Add more stimulation. Add stimulations. Even when I speak, they try to find ways to have forced speech to kind of change. Add stimulation. Oh, you see that kid that was there? Yeah, the daughter of this, you have stimulation there. Try to falsify anywhere they can. The best is when your memory is just fainted. They can just create something. Now, this is kind of like, it's just a little pushed, exaggerated. But if they will go as far as whoever they can see. No, you remember that documentary? Yeah, you felt that way when you saw that kid. It's non-stop. It's just changing memories and try to make you accept this false memory. But this is not unique to me. Is this guy on TED Talk talking about brain hacking and whatnot? You know, it's funny the way they counted that. Because we would say in the future, obviously, this future is happening today. He said in the future, if somebody hacks your brain, this is the things that can happen. Well, this future is now. You know, there's this journal about the future, about memory manipulation, which is, the title of this journal, medical journal, was Yesterday's Fiction is Today's Reality. We have the ability to change and manipulate memories. Memories are like wax imprint. They can change. It's not fixed. You can change this. And this technology is so precise that it can manipulate so much of your memories. And this is another falsified memory, like many other. And I'll continuously show that they've been doing this. Now, listen, this is just, it happened a few days ago. You know, they tried to do that in real time, and then last night they really tried to change even more, like crank up the stimulation in the memories, really try to do their best to kind of intensify the initial falsification of the memory. They increased the stimulation. It was so disgusting. Now, the next video you're going to see is me in 2020. October of 2020, saying the different ways they have been manipulating my memories. This is not, this specific memory manipulation was not something I experienced at the time. But listen to how accurate it is today, 3 years later. And this is going to continue. I made this video in 2020. Today, this is this falsified memory. Why am I doing this thing over and over? I want to show the pattern of what they've been doing. 3 years ago, this memory never happened. This false memory, they were working on different things, different memories they would try to manipulate. What I'm saying today, 3 years ago, I was able to speak about something like that exactly is what I'm experiencing right now. 3 years ago. It's because they do this thing systematically. Is a pattern of what they've been doing to not only me but others, as you're going to hear. And it's always pedophilia centric, and they have these ways of trying to change who you are. So please, target individual or anybody who's watching this technology that can manipulate your memory, that can do these things to you, are currently being utilized on target individuals. We are guinea pigs. We are guinea pigs to develop this technology that can manipulate, control, and do so much to your body and your mind. And then they have perps, they have contracted to try to gaslight you into accepting these falsified memories, where they even use this delusionality of telling themselves we are at war. No, I'm a guinea pig to you, to this program. And this is what it is. You are developing this technology, and you're doing these things to continuously improve a very sophisticated technology. And there'll be more and more human subjects, which are guinea pigs to this program, where you can continuously improve this very sophisticated technology. So listen, and I'm not an oracle, but it's just they do things very systematically, and they've been doing the same thing over and over. This, once again, is another video about memory manipulation. Memory where you actually had that memory, but the perception changes in that memory, and sensations are added to it. It's just so weird to even try to explain something like that, because it does feel so, so abnormal. But adding sensations, feelings, perceptions of things you weren't feeling, just to also create this narrative in this persona. And this really, is to the point where you don't even want to fall for any of your memories. It's all about deception in this.
Somebody hacks into your head because it's connected to the internet, they can steal you. They could actually steal you. They can implant memories in your head that you don't have. They could erase memories. They could control you in ways that you wouldn't even know you're being controlled.
Able to impose any information on the brain of a person, presumably by some kind of waves, which in the mind take the form of voices, thoughts and images in imagination. In addition to this kind of implanting information that they need, they manipulate the psyche so that the information is written into your memory. Then by stimulating the certain regions in the brain they can retrieve this information and present it as your own memory. This is the conclusion that can be made judging by the influence they have been making on me with their psychotronic weapons, for example artificial thoughts, imagination, and mental torture.
Dramatic. It's somebody trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind, putting thoughts of pedophilia. This disgusting things. You saw where I was going with that first word. Disgusting things that I don't even want to talk about because it makes me sick. I don't even like those words in my mind. But it is what it is. So I have no choice now but to acknowledge that there are people in my surroundings or whatever they're doing. I don't know how they do it. I don't care. I don't know if it's through weapons. I don't know. I don't care.